today's video, a supplement proven essential to avoiding kidney failure, but that's forbidden by many doctors. And also, is it still possible to recover with a GFR as low as 7? And finally, the absolute best remedies to lower your creatinine levels fast. Catherine here. Do you know what time it is? It's Q&A time, or as I like to call it, Catherine calmly explains everything your doctor forgot to mention day. You ask me fascinating, life-changing questions about supplements and kidney health, and today I'm diving deep into your top questions. First, let's talk about the supplement that's absolutely essential for people who want to avoid dialysis, but strangely still forbidden by many doctors. So let's tackle this burning question first. Hey Catherine, I've gotten low protein and talked with my doctor about ketoanalogues, but he won't prescribe them. What to do? Oh, this question always makes me shake my head. I mean, it's 2025, guys. How can doctors still find excuses not to prescribe ketoanalogues? It's just incredible. So here's exactly what you should do, and let me quickly explain why these supplements are non-negotiable. Ketoanalogues are an FDA-approved supplement specifically designed and proven to delay dialysis, as we can see. By the way, Fresenius, the very same company that runs dialysis centers, makes and markets these essential supplements. It's like they're literally saying, we'll get your money either way. Buy these pills or, well, we'll see you in the dialysis chair 4 hours every other day. Yeah, they're getting your money one way or the other. I don't know about you, but personally, I'd rather give Fresenius money without spending half my life plugged into a dialysis machine. So here's my advice. Get the ketoanalogues. Follow the low-protein diet. Think of ketoanalogues as kidney-safe protein. Basically, they're protein molecules that passed through airport security, had all their dangerous toxins confiscated. Excuse me, sir, we're going to have to remove this toxic urea before you can board the bloodstream. Yeah, it's basically protein 2.0. Now, with 100% less destroying your kidneys and 100% more actually helping you avoid dialysis. The update we've all been waiting for. Right? Well, as I was saying, these come at a cost. Yeah, spoiler alert, your wallet may need dialysis after buying ketoanalogues. So why don't doctors prescribe them? Maybe doctors mistakenly think they're only for dialysis patients because Fresenius makes them? Or maybe because they know your insurance wouldn't pay that? Who knows? Now, I must say that things are starting to change nowadays, and some nephrologists do prescribe these supplements. But if your doctor is still stubborn, buy ketoanalogues yourself, either directly from Fresenius or other brands. Yes, it'll be out of pocket, but trust me, it's cheaper than dialysis, both financially and emotionally. So in short, even if your doctor doesn't want to prescribe these supplements, find a way to get them as long as you are on a very low protein diet. Change doctor, change insurance, or I don't know, go live in India where these are sold on Amazon for $50 a month instead of $200. Okay guys, another question about these supplements. Is there a way by which a GFR 7 in stage 5 can improve? Is ketoanalogue with low protein helpful here? Okay, this question comes from a user called Sanjay Dar, which is an Indian name, by the way. So at least Sanjay can order ketoanalogues and maybe a book and some kitchen gadgets in the same Amazon cart. That's convenient, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for this question, Sanjay, because yeah, you nailed it. There is only one way in which a patient in this extremely advanced stage of CKD can improve, and it's with a very low protein diet. Now, I will tell you immediately that unfortunately, achieving an improvement with a GFR of 7 is not always going to be possible. But you are still supposed to do everything you can here to delay dialysis. Completely cut protein from your diet. Go very low protein, not just low protein. So this is one more step you could take once you removed all the animal-based foods and also legumes and other high-protein plant-based foods such as tofu, nut butters, and so on. Cut protein even more. And yeah, at this point, you're eating fewer proteins than a vegan ghost. And that's when you need keto analogues, by the way. Because that's really the only way you can delay dialysis when your GFR is as low as 7. And yes, I personally have patients that are improving even if their GFR was 7 or less when I met them. But it's not easy, and just following a diet is not necessarily enough. You will have to take care of many complications that may be present. You will have to manage blood pressure, to do frequent lab tests, and to really stay on top of things. It's not easy, but it is possible. Now, if you're facing these tough decisions and if you're wondering how to adjust your diet or if you're struggling to improve your kidney function, remember, you don't have to face it alone. I can help you. Yes, even with a GFR as low as 7, improvement can happen. That's exactly why I'm here. I offer personalized one-on-one consultations designed specifically for kidney patients who want to beat the odds and improve their kidney health now. If you're ready to stop guessing and start healing, send me an email right now at Catherine@newhopeforkidneypatients.com or click the link in the description below. Okay guys, back to your questions. I've got a very interesting one from Elizabeth Meadows. She asks, is there a kidney-friendly shake that I can drink instead of using essential amino acid powder? Thank you for this question, Elizabeth, because I love natural alternatives to stuff made in factories. For example, I often recommend garlic as a way to decrease your need for blood pressure pills, oats to lower your statin dose, and cinnamon and raw ACV as a way to fight diabetes. And yes, these foods and spices, albeit not as powerful as the medications you are usually prescribed, can really go a long way in protecting your kidneys. So, do we need an alternative to essential amino acid powder? Well, Elizabeth, unfortunately, we don't. There is no way we can, process your kitchen breast or your salmon fillet into its amino acids at home. I mean, unless you have a Breaking Bad level lab hidden in your basement. In which case, please don't tell me. But if you don't, you are stuck with essential amino acids here. And by the way, guys, for those of you that don't know, essential amino acids, EAAs in short, are a very interesting supplement. They are a bit like keto analogues because both are supplement of all the 9 essential amino acids. But they are not marketed for kidney patients. Nope. Essential amino acids are made for bodybuilders, or as I like to call them, the unofficial guinea pigs of cheap supplements everywhere. But yeah, brands can't charge you $200 a month to get this supplement. Nope. EAAs are cheap as dirt, but unfortunately, they aren't as good as your keto analogues. They still have some of the toxins you get from protein. Not a lot, alright? They're a million times better than eating meat, eggs, even better than plant-based protein in terms of toxins you get. Remember that toxins from protein are the reason why CKD patients end up in dialysis. And while EAAs are great, they're not nearly as good as keto analogues. And now is where I would tell you that keto analogues are the Mercedes of kidney supplements, while EAAs are like taking the bus. But no more. In fact, I've been forbidden from making car jokes here. Stop mumbling on about Honda Civics and Lamborghinis. Stick to the important info. Okay. Don't get mad. I won't make any more car jokes. So, where were we? Yes. Keto analogues and EAAs. Well, think of them as keto analogues being the 5-star Michelin chef's tasting menu for your kidneys, while EAAs are like a soggy drive-thru burger. No cars. Fine. Make it a soggy World Cup burger, alright? And if that's still too mumbling, here's the toddler version. Feel good for kidney, alright? No cars, no confusion, just pure, joyless info. You're welcome. Anyway guys, remember that you need to cut protein first and to take supplements second. You should be already improving your kidney function at each lab test when you decide to start these supplements. So my answer for Elizabeth is, we don't have a natural alternative to EAAs. But if you care about preparing kidney-friendly meals, naturally focus on what you need to avoid. Focus on getting as little protein as possible. Only when you are sure you are doing everything alright, start to think about supplements. Supplements are like icing, pointless without the cake. And your cake is a plant-based diet. Okay guys, let's move on. Another question about some of the most effective supplements for kidney patients. This question comes from Madiha Syed. She asks, can a FSGS kidney patient with protein in urine take cordyceps, astragalus, your probiotics and multivitamins? Please reply. Thank you Madiha for this very interesting question. I bet you follow my channel because these are some of the most effective supplements you can find. Cordyceps is amazing for proteinuria. It also helps with anemia and overall energy levels. It may even improve your kidney function, says the Cochrane Library. Astragalus is incredibly enough, even more powerful. It's one of the herbal remedies that has the biggest amount of scientific literature to back it. This supplement lowers proteinuria, improves serum albumin, even helps with blood pressure. Again, according to the Cochrane Library. Now, if you don't know what the Cochrane Library is, it's the Rolls-Royce of research databases, alright? Oh, sorry, no car metaphors allowed. No, think of it like what Google Scholar aspires to be when it grows up, alright? If scientific evidence were a religion, Cochrane will be the Vatican. But let's go back to the remedies. What about probiotics, you ask? Renal probiotics, like my very own Renabiotic, can improve kidney function, as we can see, by reducing the production of uremic toxins such as BAN and by decreasing inflammation. This is what a large meta-analysis published in the Frontier Journal in 2024 says. Now, last thing she mentioned is my multivitamin, Renabest. And well, most renal multivitamins are just a way to get enough vitamins so you don't risk a deficiency. However, my product Renabest is different because it's jam-packed with antioxidants. And you know what the Cochrane Library says about that? That taking antioxidants can improve kidney function. So yeah, I can get why Madiha wants to start these supplements. But her question is, are all those supplements safe for a patient with FSGS? Should you pretend it's Black Friday but for kidney health and go out and buy everything you see here if you have FSGS? Well, the short answer is yes. FSGS is a type of CKD that causes scarring in the glomeruli, the filtering units of the kidneys. Apart from the fact that it can progress faster than other forms of CKD and that can cause heavy proteinuria, it's not very different from other forms of CKD. Which means that supplements that are as science-backed as those we are discussing today are going to be perfectly safe. However, long answer is that I still recommend you to consult your doctor if you want to start any supplement at all. Your doctor will need to check your medications for possible interactions. And if your doctor gives you a blanket ban to all supplements, and this is important, ask for an explanation. They might have a very funny one I can make a video about. Who knows? Okay, let's move on. Another very relevant question about astragalus this time. As a kidney transplant patient, can I drink astragalus tea? I am having proteinuria and a rise in creatinine. Now, this is a very interesting question and it's a hard one as well. So, proteinuria and high creatinine, the kidney equivalent of a check engine light flashing angrily. Oh no, another car metaphor. The comment section will be angrier than a taxi driver in New York.
Hey, I'm trying to drive here. Oh, get out of there! Get out of the way!
Anyway, Astragalus, in theory, should be very beneficial for someone with proteinuria and a rising creatinine levels, as we have seen. It can fight proteinuria and it's an adaptogen, meaning it should, in theory, help decrease the attack of the immune system on the transplanted kidney. However, I won't recommend this person takes astragalus. Why, you ask? Because while it's probably the most studied herbal remedy on CKD patients, it's not nearly as studied on people who receive a kidney transplant. And in medicine, it's always important to find a balance between the positive and negative effect an intervention can have. With astragalus, the positive effect is significant, but there is also a risk. It may, in fact, enhance immune activity, and that could potentially be a side effect for those that are taking immunosuppressants in order to protect their kidneys. And we don't have any large trial yet to confirm or deny this possibility. So my advice here would be to avoid it. Better not to take this risk, instead to focus on safer, more suitable approaches, such as a renal diet. Speaking of which, I received a very interesting question about the renal diet. Let's read it. So, you need to become vegetarian to repair the kidneys for how long? Or once are staying vegetarian for good? This came from Wendy Nguyen. Thank you, Wendy, for this question. Now, the first thing I thought about when I read it was, oh Lord, is the renal diet becoming popular on TikTok? I mean, why is she asking for how long is she supposed to follow the diet? It's not like you put on kidney disease for summer and take it off in the winter, right? If your doctor prescribes you a blood pressure pill, do you ask for how long you should take it? No, you don't. And you see, if you have kidney disease, the scientific consensus is that you must eat more greens than a rabbit preparing for a lettuce eating contest. But this is not one of those. Here's what happens when you quit sugar for 14 days videos. This is not one of those dumb viral fad diets. This is a medically prescribed diet. This is a diet a doctor is supposed to give you. So yeah, my advice here is find a way to eat like a rabbit preparing for a carrot eating Olympics, and find a way to like it. This diet works, and trust me when I say that you don't want to quit while you're ahead here. This is not Vegas. Okay, another question about the diet. Let's hear it. This is from Amanda Wilson. She asks, I ate spinach salads every day when I was pregnant and ended up with low iron. I was told it was the calcium in spinach that interfered with absorption. Now, this is not really a question, but I'll still give an answer because it seems to imply that eating spinach can decrease your iron levels. Is that true? Well, let's look at the evidence. We know that spinach contains iron, but as Amanda says, it also contains calcium, which may decrease iron absorption. And that's not all. Spinach also has some phosphorus, which may also bind to iron. But on the other hand, we also know that spinach contains ascorbic acid and oxalic acid, aka vitamin C and oxalate, and both are known to increase iron bioavailability, as this study confirms. And I mean, is this starting to look like math homework? Iron plus oxalic acid minus calcium divided by vitamin C? That's the result of the equation? Well, good news, Amanda. We don't need to calculate the sinus of the radius of your hemoglobin to solve this equation. Nope, some brainiacs already did that for us. They did the math and they came out with a surprising result. In fact, in this randomized controlled trial, they enrolled 180 pregnant women with anemia and gave them either iron supplements or 200 milliliters a day of spinach juice. Then they measured their hemoglobin after 4 and 8 weeks. Now, raising hemoglobin is exactly why you want more iron, right? To fight anemia. So, who do you think had better hemoglobin levels? Those drinking spinach juice or those taking the standard iron supplement? Well, surprise, surprise, the spinach juice proved to be so powerful at increasing iron levels that it was even more effective than supplements. So yeah, both groups improved, but the spinach juice group was doing a lot better after the study. So To go back to our initial question, was this woman, Amanda, suffering from low iron during her pregnancy because she was eating spinach? Was this woman, Amanda, suffering from low iron during her pregnancy because she was eating spinach? Well, that's very unlikely. As we have seen, it's more likely that she was having anemia because she was not eating enough spinach. Turns out the real villain wasn't spinach, it was portion size. Okay guys, if you want to see more incredible revelations like this one, my video up here is for you. And if you have an interesting question for me, write it down in the comment section. Maybe you'll be in pole position next time I make a Q&A video. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!